And welcome into the Tyus Bowser Show press box in 105.7 The Fan. We are live at Guilford Hall Brewery in Station North. I'm Glenn, she's Reeta, and now we introduce you to the star of our program. He is number 54, Mr. Tyus Bowser. Please make some noise. It's been too long, buddy.
Been quite a bit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be taking 3 weeks off between shows. Although if you're going to keep winning, we might, I don't know. We might
No, 3 weeks is a good little minute, so no.
It's great to see you. Good to have you here. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at AJ Michaels. What company has the expertise and technology to make your home substantially more energy efficient, comfortable, and even virus-free? It's AJ Michaels Heating and Air Conditioning in Baltimore and Annapolis at ajmichaels.com. Well, you want to introduce us to your special guest that you brought out tonight?
Yeah, man, this is up and rising star that we have on this team, man. A guy that's been locked in, for the longest, focused on his craft, working hard each and every day. And not only that, but just being a great teammate, great friend, man. And this guy's Justin Madubuike.
What's up, y'all?
I don't know that we can say rising anymore. I think he's just a superstar now. I think he is just...
He's getting there, man. He's definitely getting there. He's doing a great job.
It is awesome to see. All right, so... everything is good right now, right? Like, what do we say?
Great.
Life is real good at the moment, ain't it?
It's a lot better than losing, huh? Because there wasn't too much to say then, so we just gonna go with what we got going on right now.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
this is amazing. Justin, what does it feel like to just like overwhelm opponents the way you guys have been doing it? Like when you just like kind of look up and you're like, yo, they can't do anything against us.
Yeah, it feels good to just go out there and just play with your brothers and just dominate the opponent and just have that faith and just have that trust within each other to just get it done. And it's a good feeling in the end. So I'm just proud to just be a part of it for real.
When you hear, I don't know if you guys pay attention to the media much, but you hear, oh, this team is a test. First it was the Bengals, then it was the Browns, and then Detroit, that's the real test. Then Seattle, they're first in the NFC West. Do you guys pay any attention, or how do you feel when you hear about all these tests that you guys have clearly passed, handedly, by the way?
You the one that's playing.
I don't pay too much attention to it, me personally. I feel like every week's just a new week. You just prepare for your opponent, put in the work. In terms of executing the game plan, I feel like when it's game day, everybody just needs to come together and just build and trust in each other and just kick their ass, basically.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You say he's playing, but I'm starting to wonder, like, are you coaching at this point? Like, are you?
I'm doing what I can, as far as leading, the defensive line, just the overall defense, just being a leader for them, any type of vocals, any type of, insight as far as with the game plan or just in general, just being there as a brother.
Did you know this was coming from this group? Like you guys, this started, let's go back to late last season, right? Like this started then. All of a sudden everybody looked up and like, yo, you guys are playing on a different level. Did you know this is what this group was going to be doing this season?
I feel like from back in April, May during the OTAs, you could just tell how locked in this group was. You could tell, the chemistry was a lot different than what it used to be. And, with it being a young group, with it being some seasoned veterans in there that have always dialed in and, stuck to the culture, you just really see it. You just starting to see it flourish. And of course, during the beginning of the season, you're just trying to figure out who you are as a defense, as a team. But over time, once you start figuring out and you got great leaders, you got great guys who work hard. And not only that, you have a great, extra players who can come in and play that role and do their job. And it just comes together and you're starting to see it now.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable to see what it is. So it's funny, Justin, you were almost kind of dismissive of it. I feel like it's almost like you don't want to talk about it, right? I think fans are feeling that right now. Like it's almost like talking about a no-hitter in baseball, right? Like let's not jinx it. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, Glenn and I do this thing where if the Orioles are getting no-hitted, we'll be like, there go the Orioles getting no-hitted, and then
we'll
boom,
say it very
they're
loudly, like they're throwing a no-hitter
yeah,
tonight.
and then boom, it's we break the curse, right? So talking about it feels like, I don't want to say sacrilegious, but if it feels like you don't want to do it. Are y'all comfortable with talking about how good you are? Are you comfortable with the nation talking about how good you are right now?
I mean, I feel like it was the same conversation when we was 14-2, like you said. Like those when we was winning 2-3 games in a row, it's like, oh, you know, we're on top of the world, but you got to understand that this league is full of players, and any week can, you know, be a trap game. Any week can be one of those good games, bad games, and you just got to continue to keep a narrow mind as far as just going into every week and just locking in on that, because that's all you can control. And from there, you know, just take care of business, dial into what you have to, and then just continue to come together as a team and play hard for each other.
Justin, are you superstitious? Like, are you cool talking about it? Or are you like, bro, I don't want to, let's just roll?
I'm kind of both, but I don't mind talking about it, just not like into extent of like, I know I still got to put in the work for the next upcoming opponent for the next week. So you talk about it, I celebrate after the win, but you know, it's back to the next person, because if you lose that next game, there's going to be flipping on you, you know what I mean? So
easily.
you have to stay focused.
I feel like that's what I've like. I know Lamar said that a couple times where he's just like, bro, it's just one game. Like, that's all it is. Like, yeah, you won by 30 points. Yeah, it was a good team. But it's just one game. Like, we didn't win the Super Bowl on Sunday. That's all it is.
Exactly. That's the mindset. And that's how you got to go into each and every week. And just like you said, with Lamar just having that mindset, that just tells you where we are as a team, because he's our leader. He's the guy who, you know, drives the boat, if you want to say. And from him, you know, we follow because, you know, he's going to lead us in the right direction. And if you have that type of mindset from a guy like him, you know, it just fires everybody up to have that same mindset and just to take it one day, one snap, you know, one lift at a time, one meeting at a time, things like that, where you just keep 10 toes on the ground, embrace the moment now, and then just kind of move forward from there.
I respect it, man. I respect it.
I respect it too. So this is the question. Now, you guys have been phenomenal thus far in the first 9 weeks. That being said, do you feel like that there's anything that you could do to be better? Do you feel like you're still not there yet? Or
which seems impossible.
It
right?
does.
Like,
it does. By the way, I mean, I don't know what that answer would be at all. But do you feel like that there's still some work that needs to be done to truly be what you guys believe that you are?
I feel like always. I mean, if you're not getting a 3 and out every single time, or you getting a sack every single time, or or run for a loss every single time, and they don't score at all, then I mean, really, what can you? There's always room of improvement. You know, there was definitely a few plays like we did in defensive meetings where, you know, just striving for greatness, like those small plays as far as, you know, communicating, being detailed, being in the right position, holding off a certain type of coverage and not giving it away, or just in rush where coach was on you about your rush where, you know, KV could have got the sack if he would have just simply, you know, stayed outside. So it's just those little things.
Those
like
little
that.
things, just those little things, just tightening up the loose bolts and just finding ways to get better. I feel like enough's never enough. You can always find ways to get better. Even though we got a good win, there's always things that we could have done to even dominate them even more. So that's just the mindset.
This is wild to me. I feel like in the film I'd be like hooting and hollering, like, "Yo, look at what we did!" Like all that. You guys.
It was kind of like that though. It was like that.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like joyous.
Yeah. I mean, whenever
was.
you do good stuff like that, I mean, of course it's enjoyable.
I love that. That's what I wanted to hear. That's because we're having joy watching this right now. There's no doubt about that. Hey, if you sure. The Ravens are in first place, and if you like their chances of making a deep run, then you can get them at plus 450 to win the AFC or plus 800 to win it all right now at Superbook. Download the Superbook app, visit superbook.com, use the code GlennClark23, GLENNCLARK23 when you sign up to receive a same-day first bet match up to $250, win or lose. It's the Tyus Bowser Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. Can we just talk up some people that had some moments on Sunday?
Sure.
Did you know this was coming from Keaton Mitchell? Like, did you know that dude sees the field? People are about to see something.
That's a really good question. I just remember from preseason, I could just see the strides that he made and just how explosive he is, how fast he is, and really just how well his vision is as far as seeing the field and, breaking those tackles, little things like that. And, he's been hurt for the past few weeks. So, it's nice to see him back on the field and just with what he's been able to do. It's been phenomenal, and it's great to see it. So
it's insane,
it was
man.
great. It was great to see that.
That's a hell of a way to make a name for yourself.
Especially, watching the game, at the stadium, me just being beside him, you could just tell the fire in his eyes that he was just ready to get back on the field, And even just with JK, with Gus back there running the ball, like he could just see it, from the stadium view as far as what he see, things that he could work on, or little moves that maybe they could have done, or just the little detail stuff. And it's cool to see that from a young guy like him. So just to see him do what he did, man, it's kind of coming back, full circle for him.
It's cool. That's cool.
I'm interested. I'm sorry, were you gonna?
Nah, that boy fast. That's what I was gonna say.
He definitely is that.
And there was a debate on the sideline who would win a race between him and Lamar.
I'm probably going. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm probably going.
Ain't as
Keaton.
easy as we think, huh?
Yeah, it's not, but I might go Keaton, man.
Keaton?
He
Yeah.
just be sliding,
Yeah.
man.
His acceleration, just getting out of there, is crazy.
It's bonkers.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy.
is crazy. I'm curious. I want to talk about another person. We know that this guy was good, coming in, but he didn't start the season with the Ravens. But Kyle Van Noy, man, I mean, he started the season watching football like me on the couch, eating Doritos probably. And then he's just out here. I think he has 5 sacks in 6 games or something like that. How has that been working with a guy like him who has been, impactful in such a short period of time?
I think the biggest part that people don't see is just his leadership, just being a veteran, being a guy who's seen it, done it all, won a world championship, has gotten paid, has phenomenal stats. And, it's the leadership part that really takes me because, he's very vocal in there. He asks questions, he's going to speak his mind about things. And, being able to see that, especially with these young guys, is very important because, they're just looking for guidance in there. And, we do what we can to give him that guidance. But for him, just being in there, like you could just tell that energy is different. You could tell with him in there, like people are locked in, even just his demeanor and how he take care of his business, like outside of the classroom, like in the weight room, things like that. Like he really takes his job very seriously. And, it's great to see somebody like that in the building to be able to, look upon, working on your craft and getting better as well. So that was really good.
Is there something you picked up from him or even Jadeveon, who was out with us a couple weeks ago? Like these two dudes that just sort of show up out of nowhere and they're, just killing it. Is there anything that you picked up just from being around those guys in a little bit of time?
Yeah, they're just great like vets that you can count on in terms of them want to make ways for you to be better. Like you see the type of like after practice, he'd be getting on me in terms of like picking games and stuff like that and picking the head. But just those little things, those leadership points that people don't see that really make an impact on our defense.
Wait, you say Tyus gets on you after practice?
No, it's Kyle.
Oh,
yeah,
Kyle.
Tyus is in the room. Yeah.
I'm in the room, like I see him, but that's all he said. But no, he's been doing a great job, man. And, we actually had the opportunity to go and grab breakfast yesterday, and we just had the chance to kind of just talk, get to know each other, just see where we at, as people and things like that. Because we really just never get the time to get away from work. So
that's real cool.
And I was able to, hear his story and just see where he was at, like you said, on the couch. And, even with my situation, what I have going on, we kind of just talked about patience and, just how things work out in the way that it's supposed to be. It might not be in a time that you want to, but you just know that, for us as believers of God, like it's always, he's going to come at the right time. And for him, you just see it working out for him, and, it's a blessing. And he never takes that moment for granted. And it's just, like I said, it's just great to be able to see what he's been through and where he's at now and how well he's playing. So it's awesome.
I want to ask about one other guy, another veteran, because there was a lot made from people like, what kind of teammate is Odell Beckham? I don't know where that came from, because literally everyone I ever knew that played with the dude was like, I love that guy. Like, that guy's amazing.
People that don't like good looking people.
You said what?
He asked where it came from. I said, people that don't like good-looking people.
What does that mean?
It means that they're haters.
Oh. Okay.
Charismatic, good-looking people get a lot of hate for no reason.
All of us deal with that a lot because we're all good-looking
You know,
people. All three,
exactly.
we
That is-
deal with
You
that.
know.
That is true.
So there it is.
Yeah.
It's a light skin thing. It might just be,
I
man.
didn't say anything. The reaction when he got the touchdown on Sunday, on his birthday, first touchdown as a Raven, I thought it said a lot about what you guys feel about Odell Beckham. Again, I know it's tough because you're not out on the field right now,
Yep.
but can you take me through, and we'll have Justin tell us as well, like what that dude is. He's this bigger, larger than life persona as a person,
Yeah, absolutely.
but as a teammate, what's he been like for you guys?
He's been cool, man. Just a guy with good energy and, great personality, lively personality. And one of the cool things is that he's just always willing to help, and people know, of course, who he is and just how big he is, but you could just tell how grounded he is as well. And just be able to, come around, young guys and, be that veteran, be that guy that he could talk to, and even just motivating, he's motivated me. He's motivated a ton of other guys as well. And, that speaks a lot as far as his personality, being the type of guy he is. Even when you talk about Lamar, just his status, but probably the most grounded dude in the world. And you will never see him moving too bigger than anybody else, on that team, man. That speaks a lot, like I said, about the culture of this team, man. It's starting to show. It's starting to come around to where it's working out well for us.
Justin, is that what you've been feeling with Odell?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Cool dude. Somebody that definitely is there to help you as well. And yeah, everything Tyler really said is spot on, to be honest with you.
It's cool.
We
That's
got
cool.
this is a real question. This is a serious question. He taught y'all how to do that park high strut yet? Did he teach you how to do the dance that he did when he celebrated?
Did he teach us that?
Did he teach y'all how to do? Because he got it.
He's only been
No.
here.
He's a dance he's
Yeah, that's what he do, right?
That's
He
what
be-
he does. Like, I'm sure he's
So
been in the
the
mirror
answer is
doing
you don't
that
know how to
stuff.
do it yet. He ain't teach you yet.
I know how to do it. Well, my guy that was in here, my guy here the other day was doing it, huh?
We said we would do it at the end of the year, right? Like,
Yeah.
didn't we said that would happen.
I can do it. I mean, that's easy. But I'm just saying, like,
So you're saying Odell didn't have to teach you. You already knew. Justin, what about you?
I
You got
don't-
a couple of moves?
I'm chilling. I'm good.
Justin, I haven't sensed that like your sack
Hey.
celebrations have been very choreographed. They've been more like guttural, right? Like how you're feeling in the moment.
Yeah, I'm feeling a moment. Yeah, just
Yeah, just
be
a little
myself.
flex.
Yeah, a little flex
you
here
know.
and there, a little point here and there. Just having fun out there, just trying to enjoy
I
it.
respect it. I respect that.
One more question. When Keaton scored his first touchdown, did anybody say anything to him about his touchdown celebration?
I don't think so.
Y'all just let him
I
do
didn't even see it till
No.
after the game. Yeah.
Okay. It was
what did
very.
he do? What did he do?
He did something with his arms, and I was just like, "Is that what he did? Like a waddle?" And I was just like, "Oh, okay. Well, that was an interesting choice for a first touchdown." So I was curious if that's something you guys care about, or
I
if you.
mean, when you in a moment like that, and you just score your first touchdown. Anything that just come to your brain first, you kind of just do.
Right.
So you gotta go with what he just does. So it's cool. It was cool.
Your body moves before your brain in that moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Because you done score and you just all excited. You ain't even thinking straight. You just do the first
Bro,
thing that you do.
I'm a white guy that's attended a lot of weddings. That's
Oh
what
my
my
God.
dance moves are. Body moves and then the brain eventually joins me
Yeah.
at some point.
Then you find out later, like, what was I doing?
I'm like, I don't know. But I was feeling it. I was having fun. That's normally the way that it goes, right?
Yeah, that's
That's for white guys. All right, anyway. Hey, before we wrap this segment, we'll do this quickly. We heard the word optimistic last week, Tyus. That was a word that John Harbaugh said when he was talking about you. Can we assume that you would echo that sentiment?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very optimistic as far as my return, and I've been getting better. Each and every weekend it's been feeling better, and I'm just doing what I can each and every day to get myself closer to getting back on the field. So
Love it.
yeah, man,
Love it.
I'm in good spirits right now. So it's really it's really going well for
I
them.
love that.
Yeah.
Man. I love that. Hey, if you want to meet the league leader in interceptions and help provide Thanksgiving meals to those in need, next Tuesday night, November 14th, Geno Stone will be at Wise Markets in Haverty Grace for a charity meet and greet from 6 to 8 p.m. Photos are free. An autograph ticket costs just a $25 donation to the Harvest of Hope Thanksgiving Food Drive. Get your tickets right now. They are limited at great8smemorabilia.com with the number 8. When we come back in, Justin Madubuike is on a heater, and we're going to talk about it. This man is on a sack streak like we have literally never before seen. We'll talk about that next. It's the Tyus Bowser Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. Back in here for segment number 2 of the Tyus Bowser Show from Guilford Hall Brewery in Station North. Glenn and Reeta, Tyus Bowser, Justin Madubuike. Love being at Guilford Hall, man. Guilford Hall is sort of like our home away from home. It's legitimately Reeta's home away from home.
I was just here Sunday.
Yep. This is where, if you're looking for Reeta, check Guilford Hall. And you're going to want to be back at Guilford Hall next Thursday night, November 16th, for the Chocolate Stout release. Be one of the first to try Guilford's new seasonal release paired with a culinary crafted ice cream bar. Stein Club members receive 50% off tickets, which are available at guilfordhall.com. And if you're not in the Stein Club, you can join at guilfordhall.com. You'll get $5 half liters every time you visit, plus 15% off all merch and discounts on events. It's just $25 a month to unlock a world of exclusive benefits, discounts, and experiences that will take your love for beer to a whole new level here at Guilford Hall Brewery. Are you in the Stein Club, Reeta?
No, but I need to.
Yeah, you do.
Chocolate stout. I'm interested.
You gonna be back here next Thursday night?
I'm interested.
That ice cream bar, that does sound pretty good.
It
That
does sound
sounds
good.
pretty good.
Appreciate you.
All right, so I wanted to talk for a second, if we could, because you know how much I've been involved with Helping Up Mission over the years, and I know you guys had the opportunity to get back there yesterday, and it is a special place that does a lot of special things.
Yeah.
Can you tell people about why it is? Because you've gone back a couple of times now. I know why you've chosen to go back every year, and what's important to you about doing that.
I think number one, Craig Singletary, our head of security. He's always been like a brother to me. He's always looked out for me, and he checks on me. And just having a guy like that, you want to do stuff for people in that matter. And for him, he's been doing this for years, and to just see,
I think it's 2 decades.
Yeah, a very long time, and you just see, how much pride he takes in it, and he wants to help out his city. He's from here, and he's trying to do everything he can to provide and help his city in the best way possible. And, this is my second year going to it. And just to see the smile on those guys' faces, especially what they've been through and, how hard working that they are. And to just kind of help them in the simplest way as far as giving them jackets and gloves, hats, things like that, man. It means a lot to them. And just to see, Madubuike's, Justin Tucker, Mark Andrews, like those guys that come out, take time out of their day, especially after, a game day like that, to just spend time with those guys, for an hour or so, that meant the world to them. So to do something like that, man, it's just been great.
Justin, was that your first time going, or had you been to Helping Up before?
Yeah, that was my first time going, and just seeing all those people there, just experiencing with my teammates, it was definitely something that I'm grateful to go for, and just cool to see those people and to give back.
Bro, we're grateful that you went, man. Like, that means, I don't think you all understand what it means to those guys just to have support. Like, the idea that anybody would go out and support you at your lowest moment, the fact that it's you guys that are out there supporting, it's overwhelming. We're going to do another raffle this year. I've been having these guys sign a helmet this season. And at the end of the year, we're going to do a raffle to benefit the Helping Up mission. We're going to raffle off this helmet at the end of the year to help them out.
That's awesome.
Try to get them some things they need, like toiletries, underwear, stuff like that. So it means the world. And real quick, we're still next Friday nights.
Yes.
We're doing it.
Yes, we're doing it.
This is the launch.
The launch of, my first event for my foundation. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward.
So everybody needs to be watching social this week.
Yeah, watch social. I'm gonna definitely put it out. Maybe tomorrow, just to kind of put it out there. Let you guys know about it. But it'll definitely be Friday. It'll be downtown at one of the hotels. I'm gonna give you all the further details of it. But it's gonna be a great time. I feel like it's gonna be, an event not only for me to remember, but for a lot of others.
And you got a lot of teammates I know that are coming out for it as well.
I'm gonna put it out there as well for the guys that come out there. I know it's going to be a quick turnaround, especially, after a game. So, but I got good teammates, and I feel like there'll be some guys that come out and support. So
we love that. We love that y'all taking care of the people that need to be taken care of. All right, Mr. History Maker. Justin Madubuike.
You want to talk about it?
What's up? What are you want to talk about?
You want to talk about it?
Straight games with at least a half a sack, a new Baltimore Ravens record. I know. Yeah. I know you talked about it after the game on Sunday, but like, have you really spent time thinking about like the history of defensive players that have played here in Baltimore, that you have accomplished something that Terrell Suggs never did, that Haloti Ngata never did, that Ray Lewis, and like, has it struck you at all, like how significant that is?
To be honest, not really. Like, to be honest with you, I'm just in my zone. I'm just trying to I appreciate those things. And it definitely is something that I always cherish forever. But like, I'm just so focused on just the season, just the next like opponent. And I'm just locked in, but definitely like something that I definitely will always cherish forever. Because there's been some legendary, super legendary defensive players that have put on a Ravens uniform. And I'm just grateful to do something and thankful to do something that hasn't been done before. So.
He mentioned Ngata, and I've seen a lot of conversation about how we haven't seen someone as dominant at that position since Ngata. So when you hear those types of things, how does that make you feel? He's a guy that is essentially up for the Hall of Fame, and he's is he in the Ring of Honor?
He's a semifinalist this year.
Yeah. Is he in the Ring of Honor?
Yeah, of course.
He's in the Ring of Honor. So, when you hear the comparison, or not necessarily the comparisons, but saying this is a guy that we haven't seen be as dominant since a guy that is literally a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame. How does that make you feel?
It definitely makes me feel like, like all the hard work is definitely paying off, and I belong, and those are legendary players. Haloti, we talk sometimes on Instagram and stuff like that. Great guy. And, I just want to keep on keeping that standard, that Raven defense standard, and just kind of want to always look back at it and just be like, yeah, like I put everything in the hard work and dedication to the game, and it paid off on Sunday. So,
but okay, when you're in a streak, because we talked about being superstitious earlier, like you got to keep doing some of the same things you've been doing to keep the streak going, right? Like you got to, eat the same thing for breakfast or something like that, right? Like there's got to be a little bit of that, right?
Yeah, it is, and it's been the same since the opening versus the Texans. I just keep the same routine, just try to eat the same meals, just stay focused, just trying to be.
What's the meal? When you're killing it like this, we gotta know.
We need the meal and the music. We need the meal and the music. What's the meal and the music?
The meal is just like, it just depends. It just depends if it's like a early game, but we have a lot of early games. So egg whites or some oatmeal maybe. And it just depends. Sometimes
Mr. Healthy over here. I was hoping it was going to be a
very
big
healthy
meal.
of you.
Maybe some spaghetti, some chicken. I don't know. I just mix it up. Whatever I'm feeling, honestly.
But is that legit? Like, would you really eat spaghetti on the morning of the game?
Sometimes. It just depends on how hungry I am.
Okay.
Yeah. If I wake up real
early. You got to
early,
carb up, right?
Yeah. And like if I wake up real early, like just based upon getting a good night's rest, like I might get some breakfast. But if I wake up a little bit late, then I just go straight to the lunch meal. It just depends.
So the music?
Yes.
Music, say like rap, you know what I mean? Just like the stuff that we play in the locker room, really, some rap, some, I don't know, just stuff that gets me hyped.
What artists?
What artists? Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of Chief Keef lately, and we've been winning. Yeah, that's what working.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Bro, Chief Keef he be hitting, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not arguing with Chief Keef, but like I don't think there's a lot of 28-year-old dudes that are listening to Chief Keef.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah?
You'd be very surprised.
I saw Rod Wave was at the game on Sunday. Did anybody get to meet him?
No, I didn't meet him.
Because he performed.
Yeah,
I think
he was
the
at the arena on Saturday night.
Yeah, he performed and he had a Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, because I think he had a concert.
He did.
Yeah.
But nobody got the chance to.
I didn't even know he was at the game.
Man.
Yeah, I didn't know either until after the game.
This is kind of a swing and a miss.
I know, huh? Golly. I mean, I know so many people that I know from back home. They're big Rod Wave fans, and they was thinking about coming up for this weekend just for the concert. So I know they'll. Some of them is a little upset now. They're like, man, I should have came this weekend. I could have had a 2-for-1. Come to the game, then go and see the Rod Wave concert. Then mess around and meet him at the stadium just out of nowhere. Like, who knows? So.
Huge miss.
Huge miss.
They should probably be embarrassed.
They are. I'm sure they are.
Tyus, can you tell us, you watched Justin since he got here in 2020.
Yeah.
Becoming this guy. And we've always seen, like the talent. The talent is obvious. Mm-hmm. But this is otherworldly. What have you seen from this guy next to you that's allowed him to turn into, a legitimate superstar in this league?
Yeah, like I was talking to him yesterday. I was just telling him, like, man, just I've seen I've seen the potential that you had when you was younger. When you came in, just how you build, just your explosiveness, just your speed, just technique, everything about you, gave me potential. And for me, I told him, man, like it's starting to click for you now. Like you're really starting to see what you've been capable of doing, and it's finally coming into fruition right now. And I'm just proud of this dude. And like I said, I've been watching this dude since he got in, and him just being locked into his craft, and him just always working hard. Like his motor just never stops. And a few guys is kind of mentioning him as a little younger Aaron Donald, as far as his energy and things like that.
I was gonna say better Aaron Donald. That was what I was gonna. That's me.
I always got to give respect for Aaron Donald because he's a different beast. But this guy's a different beast as well. And you can see stuff like that. And I mean, now when you watch film, you just see him dominating everything. You see him in practice; he's dominating one-on-ones, in run game, in normal practice situations. And like I said, it's starting to click for him. And I told him that, and I said, man, just continue to keep your head down. Whatever you're doing now, continue to do it because it's just working out well for you. And when you do that, you start seeing results, which he's doing now.
Absolutely. And Justin, correct me if I'm wrong here. Do you train with Aaron Donald?
No, I don't train with him. There was one summer that I went to his facility. And he was there, and I worked out with him, and I did some footwork with him one day. Talked to him a little bit, tried to pick his brain a little bit, but I don't really train with him. Like,
did you pick up anything from that?
I was going to ask you because I do remember I remember reading that. Was there anything that you felt like you learned in that short period of time? I mean, that's another guy that's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
We didn't talk too much, but he did say always push yourself. Hard work is going to pay off. And he just told me I was like, man, how much do you weigh? He's like 270 or 275 or something.
No way, 270.
Yeah, he told me that. I was like, really?
270.
You don't think so?
No.
He's lighter?
He's easily 285.
285?
Easily.
Really?
He gotta be.
Maybe.
I mean, look at it.
It's coming from it came from him, so I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
We're gonna start a trutherism here.
It don't look like it. I played against him a few times. He don't look like no 275.
He's swole. He's swole. Big dude. Yeah.
I've seen Sid. Sid was 265 easily, and he was built. Yeah. He's way bigger than Sid.
Justin, what are you at?
I'm at 295.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you were always big? Don't I remember reading when you were born, you were a big baby, you were 10 pounds?
Yeah, I was kind of. Where did you get that from?
What did I do this time?
I was a big kid. I ain't gonna lie. I was a big kid. Always adventurous. And yeah, I caused my mama hell. I ain't gonna lie. But she's proud of me now. So it's all good. So
it worked out, basically.
It worked out.
It worked out well.
Sorry, Mom. Love you.
Yeah. My bad, mama.
Hey, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, you can call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services. Tyus Bowser Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. Tyus, we got to get to the hard-hitting questions. I saw that you got a pedicure this week.
I did.
And you said it was difficult for you to not laugh. What was that all about? Why were you struggling to not laugh during the pedicure?
You can always tell who don't get pedicures.
You said what?
You can always tell who don't get pedicures.
Has you never had a pedicure before?
No, I'm talking about you, Glenn.
I have gotten.
So you don't understand why it was ticklish?
Oh, is that what you were saying?
Yeah. What do you think I was talking about? What do you think
happening
I
here?
know. What's going on here, Glenn?
I thought it was awkward for some reason. I thought maybe this poor.
She was literally scrubbing my feet.
That's all I'm
with her
saying.
hands and stuff, and I'm over here fighting for my life, not to bust out laughing.
Hey, so what we were saying is Justin Madubuike has got a sack streak going. It's pretty remarkable.
I got you, Glenn.
How often do you go in for pedicures?
Hey, you know what? We need to go.
You know, I think that's next on the list, Tyus. We got to take Glenn on a field trip to the nail spa.
I loved it.
You ain't been to the right
You
one.
ain't getting it right. You ain't getting it done right. If you're not ticklish, you're not getting it done right.
Yeah. Are you ticklish?
I'm not really all that ticklish. I'm really not all that ticklish.
All right.
So that might be part of the issue for me.
That's on our list.
Yep.
That's on our list.
Next in line.
Yep.
How often do you go?
I try to go like every few weeks, maybe like 2 weeks, maybe a little more, just depending on what I got going on. For the most part, I take good care of my nails. Like I have clippers at the house, I got filers at the house, and I'll do it myself. But you know, every now and then I like to just go in there, get away from the house, get away from everything, and just kind of just chill out. Give me a nice massage on a chair.
I love it.
So,
like I used to, this used to be an issue between Mrs. Clark and I because I would see how much money she was spending on him.
oh yeah.
And then I went for the first time and I said, "Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you figured it out.
I
huh?
understand why it is.
Absolutely.
It is worth every
Yes.
penny. That is nice.
It's definitely worth it. You understand now why he was over there laughing and giggling.
All right. You don't have to keep.
All right, I'm gonna save you from this, Glenn. Let's move right along, okay, friend? So Tyus, we know that you are a basketball guy. You go to basketball games all the time.
I don't know if you're gonna keep going to Wizards games. So.
Well, I mean, you know, it's something to do on a Friday night.
Exactly.
It really is just something to do when you're bored. But ultimately, they have started the in-game tournament.
Yeah.
First of all, the floor, I couldn't watch it
Be
because of the
throwing
way
me
that it
off.
looked.
Yeah, just be
And
throwing out my eyes.
I just couldn't do it. But what are your thoughts on this NBA in-game tournament that is a month long? I think it doesn't end until the first week in December.
It's stupid. Can I say it
Is
for
that
you?
long?
It's stupid.
Yes, it's a month.
Why is it so?
Because I think they only do it 2 games a week.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so
It
long.
doesn't make any sense. We can't make it make sense.
I asked Tyus, not you. And Justin. Tyus and Justin. What are your thoughts, Tyus and Justin, on the NBA in-game tournament, Tyus and Justin?
Well, Reeta, my thoughts on the tournament is
Yes.
you see a lot of sports that have in-game tournaments within their league. I mean, soccer does it all the time.
True.
Football doesn't do that, but
No.
I'm sure a lot of other teams do.
Name one other sport that does it. One.
He just told you one.
Soccer. Now name one other one. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
I show you baseball.
WNBA.
Yes, now I guess.
Yeah, WNBA has one.
Oh yes, well WNBA, I do remember that because the Liberty beat the Aces in that in-game tournament.
Yeah.
So basically basketball.
I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool just to do something different. You know, it brings, eyes to the NBA in a different type of way besides just a normal basketball game. And of course, they're trying to switch it up with the courts and stuff. So
Would that mess you up when you were playing? Would that have been an
I'm
issue?
sure, yeah. I mean, I'm used to a floor that looks like this, and then I wake up the next morning and the floor is red. Like, I'm gonna be thrown off, And I mean, of course, it's great for media attention and all of that. But I mean, it's just something that the NBA trying to try out. And I respect it and I understand. I'm sure it's working out well for them.
Justin, do you have an NBA team that you follow? Have you been
a
watching
Mavs fan?
the tournament? Do you care?
I used to watch NBA so much, man, but since I've been in the league, man, I've just been like so engulfed in football and just watching so many games. But I need to get back on my NBA game because I've been slacking. I ain't gonna lie.
Were you a Mavs fan when you were?
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah. I remember when we won the championship, the Heat when LeBron was there. That was good times. Good times.
Justin, your story, I think, I don't know that everybody's familiar with it, right? Like the son of Nigerian immigrants. Your family didn't know anything about football, right? Like when you started playing, but they've become big, like football. Like would they watch now? Do they like know what it is that you're supposed to be doing on a certain play?
Yeah, now they know. Yeah, definitely. And just they still ask questions and stuff like that. But defense, they're just excited just to be out there. They always like talk to me about what offense and stuff can do better. But mom, on defense, we can do stuff better too. You know what I'm saying? But it's great. It's great for them just to watch it and just to be engulfed in it and just see their son playing in it. So.
You talked about what they had been through coming to America. What does it mean for you to now find success? And like, I don't know if it showed, hey, this was the dream that you wanted here. Like, this is what you were chasing for me, and I'm having the opportunity to live it out.
Yeah, there's just for my parents, they just want to see me happy and doing something that I love to do, and I just a blessing to be able to go into the building and work with guys like Tyus and Adafe and all these guys, Kyle Van Noy, and just we have a really tight bond, I would say, and just the sky's the limit for us. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just getting started, honestly.
All right, give it up one more time. Justin Madubuike, Tyus Bowser. Grade 8's Memorabilia is hosting 2 great charity events in December. First, there's the Rolling with Santa Bowling Party and Toy Drive on Saturday, December 16th at Parkville Lanes with Keaton Mitchell and Brandon Stevens. And then the Project 500 Gifts Toy Drive with Justin Madubuike on Tuesday, December 19th at Wise Markets Haverty Grades. Find out more at facebook.com/Grade 8's Memorabilia or grade8smemorabilia.com with the number 8. When we come back in, we're going to get ready for Cleveland this week. We're going to, we got a lot of things still we got to cover a little bit. We got to figure out what it's going to take to make sure that Justin never leaves Baltimore. We got to figure out if we all can like collect the plate or something to make that happen. We'll do that next. Tyus Bowser Show, Press Box 105.7 The Fan. Segment number 3, the Tyus Bowser Show. Glenn and Reeta, Tyus and Justin Madubuike from Guilford Hall Brewery in Station North. Man, I don't know what you're doing on game days, but you need to visit the Guilford Hall Gilly Nest Bar at M&T this and every Ravens game day. Enjoy a stunning view of the first crisp craft beers brewed right here in Baltimore. A real-time ticker board for you fantasy fanatics. Heaters and plenty of big screens for you to enjoy all of the action. Also, Guilford Hall is hosting a great lecture series called Props and Pints. Enjoy delicious beer and enlightening discussion. This week, the subject is the real Oppenheimer, and on November 29th, Nightmares Before Christmas. Find out more, guilfordhall.com. All right, so I want to get your take on this. I don't think you know anything about what's going on at the University of Michigan. I'm not asking about that. But the concept of sign stealing has become a big topic these last couple of weeks. And those of us that are stupids are like, well, we don't get it. Like, aren't you trying to steal something? Like, how does this, can you possibly, like, is sign stealing just something that we assume everybody does? And that's why you got to constantly change your signs? Is it, like, tell me about how sign stealing works.
I'm honestly not sure how sign stealing works, but I know when it comes to game planning, I mean, we watch film. I mean, you could watch a normal game and you can hear every single cadence that they say. And I mean, we use that to our advantage and we know that part. I mean, we're not getting violent. We're not getting charged for that.
Right.
You know,
but you're also not sending somebody out like disguised in glasses on the sideline or anything like that.
That part is different. I mean, he could have just walked in like a normal person, bought a ticket and then pretty much was like, you know, let me put this in my phone and be like, you know, I got.
But do you go into games assuming that like your opponent knows what it is that you're going to do?
Yeah, of course, because we run plays and we have code words for different things. So of course they're going to catch on to different stuff. I mean, that's why they game plan during the halftime when they see some. I don't know if y'all remember, but it was the Bengals game where they killed us and we was at home and they did like a screen and go, and we knew what their code word was. So we bid on it the first time and we got them, but then that second time we heard it again, but then they did a whole different type of play and end up scoring off of it. Like little stuff like that we catch, like, of course they're going to make adjustments on, and so that they're ahead of their opponent. So, I mean, I think that's just part of the game as far as when it comes to.
Yeah, I'm very, you know, I don't know what any of that means. Like you said, you can watch film and see, you know, and if no one is doing Peyton Manning things, which that's a guy that week to week was changing, you know, what his calls were, then I guess because he was there, it's considered sign stealing, but I never understood what difference it was from watching tape and seeing said signs and seeing said things.
I think it's a little bit hard on film because there's really only kind of a sideline angle. There's only an end zone angle. And those are really like the two angles that you really only have compared to if you're at a game. Maybe because of the camera angle, you're not able to get the actual signs because they're probably on a particular side of the field. So you will have to kind of be there to get like the actual view of kind of what their calls are, signals as far as what they're doing. So I can understand it in that aspect of doing it. But
I gotta be honest with you, it's the most amazing thing about football to me. Like that you have to know what all of these calls are, exactly what your assignment is. And then, like, I'm thinking about, like, you know, Justin's got to drop back on some plays. We were talking to Pierce about being in coverage downfield a couple weeks ago. Like that you have to, and every week you got to change it. You got to move it. Well, in the game, we might change it. Yeah. Like, that's insane to me that we don't see more. I know every now and then you'll see clearly somebody thought they were supposed to do something in one situation they weren't. But it's nuts to me that you guys, that doesn't happen more frequently during a football game because you got to study so much in that spot.
Absolutely. I mean, it don't even have to be signs. Like, you could just look at a formation. You could look at a person's alignment. You could look at a certain person and how they position their body to where you know if it's going to be a run or pass, or where this run is going to be at. Tight end is off the ball or on the ball, where you know he's probably coming back to, you know, come back and hit you compared to him staying on the other side. Like small little stuff like that, we pay attention in film. So I think it's bigger than signs, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take anything if some like the idea that this is like, oh, this means that Michigan that
No.
No.
I mean, when I heard about this, I was like, that's scouting, you know?
That's what I thought too, but clearly we don't know what we're talking about.
Obviously, being a player in the NFL, I don't know either. So if anybody else got answers,
but
please
football
let me
still
know.
comes down to you got to line up and go.
You got to line up and
Yeah.
play football. When you snap
Yep.
the ball, you got to do your job.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Justin, we're talking about college football. Texas A&M is coming back as Texas is joining you guys in the SEC. Does it bother you that you never got to play in the Texas A&M game? Are you excited about it coming back?
It don't really bother me. I didn't get to play in it because I just put it in a position where they weren't in the SEC, so it was whatever. But I'm excited to see them get back in it, and it should be just more buzz and just more excitement for college football for sure. It's a Texas on Texas rivalry that's kind of being reborn. So I'm excited to see it. Really,
Been a tough season this year.
it has. I ain't gonna lie. That last play, the last game got me mad, but
I mean, they did fight back though. It was a
Yeah.
good game. It was a really good game,
It was.
actually.
It
The game you were
was.
talking about against Ole Miss, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good
Mhm.
game.
yeah.
Speaking of, well, not speaking of. Let's switch gears here. Halloween just happened.
Uh-huh.
Was there a party or anything?
Usually, I thought that the team usually has a party that, we laugh and something happened. Okay. Well, I mean, we ain't seen no pictures. Did y'all go trick or treating? I mean, what happened?
I don't know. This year was a little different. I'm trying to figure out kind of just how it all worked out as far as with stuff. But I know Nelson Aguilar, he set up a party and it was kind of last minute. So a lot of people didn't really like tag onto it till late. And for the most part, they just finished playing the game. So a lot of guys was tired. But yeah, that was pretty much what he had. He just had like a small little party. I forgot the name of the spot. It's right next to Select Lounge. Is it Select Lounge?
Okay.
It's like right next to it. It's
Okay.
a nice little venue.
Garden rooftop,
Yeah,
maybe?
garden.
Okay.
Yeah, we just kind of just chilled, just had a good little time there. So yeah, it was real.
But did you put on a costume?
Did you dress up?
I dressed up as Bruh Man. Bruh
I
Man
need
from
to
the
see
fifth
this
floor.
picture.
I see, and like I don't know. Like I said, it was just a very weird time. Like I didn't even take any picture or nothing.
Whoa,
like,
come.
yeah.
Does anyone have a picture?
No, nobody has. People didn't really like pull out their phones and record people.
Do you know how much joy people get from seeing y'all in costumes?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was a few guys that was dressed up too. It was
Who
pretty
had
good.
all right? Who had the best costume?
I think Daryl Worley, he showed his stuff on Instagram. I thought he had a really good setup with his wife.
Justin, did you go?
I didn't even go. No, I was one of those guys. I was tired after the game.
Yeah.
So.
Man,
See, like it was yeah.
man.
Do you normally participate in Halloween activities? Is that something that you do, or is it just like, I like just to watch everybody else do their thing?
Yeah, I think I like to watch everybody do their own thing. Like, I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just
I honestly couldn't see you in a costume, bro.
you can see me
I
in one.
couldn't see you.
Because I
Yeah,
feel
I don't-
like Justin would have been the perfect bruh man. He would have
can-
been the perfect
okay,
bruh
I
man
can-
for
I can-
sure. And if you're listening, you don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about the Martin character,
the Martin character,
bruh
yeah.
man from the fifth floor when he
Yeah.
put his 4 fingers up. But you would have been perfect for that. Oh, you would have been so perfect for that.
He would have though. When I think about it now, had
We
the low
gotta-
fade, everything. Like
We got to figure out what Justin is into, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's starting to come out. Who was it? Justice who was out that like we just couldn't. He wasn't into.
He was just
What Justin? What are you into? Like, what? Get away from a football field.
Movies, shopping, man. Some
Lot of
food, like
shopping.
foodies. You know what I'm saying? I be hitting people up like, "What's the best food around?" I be chilling though, man. I be relaxed, man. Just,
Okay.
Like kick back, lay back. But definitely like where the best food spots at. I'm trying to pull back to the crib and watch a movie.
What's your favorite place that you've gone for food since you've been in Baltimore?
Man,
Besides, of course, Guilford Hall Brewery, guilfordhall.com. I had a
Guilford
delicious
Hall.
steak caprese salad.
Which,
It was
by the way, he
wonderful.
loved that pretzel. As
oh
we
yeah,
can
I killed
see.
that pretzel.
that baby gone.
No, almost gone. I would say,
So like, if that was 1A, then 1B would be.
like Papa Cuisine,
Yeah,
Papa
Okay.
Cuisine's pretty good. Tagliata,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
that's a solid
Italian.
spot. Jerk taco, It's like a low key
I think
spot by
that's in
the.
Hamden.
I don't know. It's about the Charmery ice cream.
Yes, so
yeah.
it's in Hamden.
Yeah.
Yes, Jerk Taco.
Yeah, Charmery ice cream. Shout out them. I used to
Yeah.
go there all the time. I gotta watch my weight a little bit, so I'm chilling. What else?
They did
man?
that was who did the Lamar flavor last year, right? Like they did.
Yes, we did.
Oh, they did?
And we
Yeah.
tried. Yeah,
Was
I
it
brought
good?
it in the studio, and we all had an opportunity of.
It was supposed to
Trying
taste
it.
like a payday.
It was a
candy
payday
bar
candy
to,
bar.
like pay Lamar.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It was actually
It was
really good.
really good. It was really.
Now
good.
we're gonna have to do a Pay Justin flavor.
Let's talk about that. Hey, real
You ain't
quick.
gotta you ain't gotta blush like that. Look,
Tyus Bowser
it's your
Show.
time. It's your time.
Press
And-
Box
and it's time.
1057, The Fan. Hey, what company has the expertise and technology to make your home substantially more energy efficient, comfortable, and even virus free? It's AJ Michaels Heating and Air Conditioning in Baltimore and Annapolis at ajmichaels.com. So here's the deal. I live on a
Glenn,
farm.
real quick. Justin was over here blushing real hard just now when I said it's time again. And this,
I'm willing
That's funny.
to pitch in. You ever want to come up, ride a horse? We live on a farm. We will all unlimited. You can ride horses for the rest of your life. Rita, you gonna hook them up with like cigars or something? You gonna hook?
that and I got 5 on it.
Got 5 on it. There you go. A nice 5
Okay,
spot.
okay.
You can't. I'm not turning that down.
Okay.
Is that enough that it make up the difference to make sure that we keep you in Baltimore for the rest of your life?
We'll see. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see.
See that money looking like.
Man, Tyus knows about getting a second contract. I know that's a big deal. I know it's also not, you don't get to decide that, right? Like, I understand that's the way that it works. Can we assume that you would, if it worked out that way, that you'd be very happy about being in Baltimore?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've grown so much as a player, as a person, as a teammate here. So, I mean, this is like, I feel like I'm a Baltimorean for real. So it would definitely be great.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it. What are you throwing into the pot, Tyus?
Being a teammate.
Yeah. A solid, hearty handshake every day.
And some good
Get him
insight.
some NBA tickets, for his Dallas Mavericks when he come to town.
I'll spend a few cash to get you on the
There
floor
you
a
go.
little bit, you
I
know.
bet. I ain't been on the floor yet. Yeah,
All right,
I'll be
bet.
there.
I
Let's
got
do
you.
it.
I got you.
There we go. We'll make that happen. All right, back into division play this weekend. Cleveland back in town. Look, I'm not trying to take anything away from what you guys did. I don't even know what the right way of saying this is. You guys are playing really well. It's an opportunity to do it against a division opponent, right? That's probably about all we need to say about it.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it what you just said.
Got work to do. Got work to do.
Exactly.
That's the way that it goes. Justin, I heard you on Sunday in an interview after the game. You said, I'm not hiding from it. I think we got the best defense in the NFL. Why do you
I did say that. Yes, I did.
why do you feel that way?
I just feel that way. I just have that much confidence in my teammates, and I just believe in just the energy that we put out there on the field. We have each other's back. We're playing at a high level, and I just don't see it stopping anytime soon.
I love that. Tyus, we know we're not giving away, mid-season championships around here. We know that's not what's going on.
I love all these shots being fired right now.
I hate it so much.
God.
So weird. Do you feel like you guys are the best team in football right now?
I mean, I believe it. I definitely believe that. I mean, I'm sure he believes it. The whole organization believes it. I mean, but talk can only go so far. You
Yep.
got to go out there and do it. And that's one thing that we do well is we go out there and show it on the field. We don't just talk it. We go out there and, get the business. We stand on business. So that's our mindset, and that's how we go about it, each and every week, each and every day when we, in meetings, in the classroom, on the practice field, we practice, we meet, we study like we're the best team in the NFL. So that's our mindset.
Done.
Yeah.
Hey, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services. Justin, is there anything we can plug for you, man? Anything? You came out, spent your time with us. First of all, shout out Justin Madubuike for coming out here. Anything you got going on that we can plug for you? Social media, anything like that?
Nah, man, I'm just enjoying the process of just the whole season, man. Just taking it one day at a time, trying to stack these wins. We got big goals ahead of us, man. Super Bowl goals. So, man, I'm just
like the sound of that.
envisioning it, and just putting in the work, and all fall in itself. So, I'm just excited.
I love it. I love it, man. Give it up one more time for Justin Madubuike. Hey, this Sunday, Rita's bailing on me. She wanted to go to a big college football game this weekend. She's going down to the Bayou to check out Florida and LSU on Saturday night. But the rest of us from Project Game Day, we're going to be hanging out at Towson University on Sunday for a cool Veterans Day event that they are hosting. Myself, Ken Zales, Femi Ayan-Badejo, Super Bowl champion, will be on hand for our post-game show. The event starts at 10 a.m. It features workshops, speakers, and vendors tailored to veterans. So if you know a veteran in your life, please encourage them to come out to Towson University to watch the game on Sunday and then hang out with us post-game, meet a Super Bowl champ. Looking forward to that. It's at the University Union at Towson this Sunday. Tyus, love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Appreciate you. We will be back together in 2 weeks. Location to be determined. We will announce it. We have not finalized it yet, but we will announce, and we'll get it right this time, unlike maybe something that happened in the past. Our sincerest apologies. Sincere apologies. Don't forget, use the code GlennClark23 when you sign up at Superbook. You'll get up to $250 in a same-day first bet match. Reeta, love you. Appreciate you. We will see you guys back here in 2 weeks. From Guilford Hall Brewery, this has been the Tyus Bowser Show.